everybody. Y'all know I always gotta fight with my camera every time. I'm sorry, I am like sweating. I just ran up the steps. Hey everybody, it's Robin. I'm your Galera Planner and welcome to the nighttime tea. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Shout out to everybody who had the day off from work today. Shout out to everybody because they made it a federal holiday. Hey, 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 come on in, come on in. I got so much to show you guys tonight. We are going to talk about getting some good night's sleep. We're going to talk about herbs that's going to help us to get a good night's sleep. I have this pillow here, y'all, as I share with you guys. I hurt my hand again. If you guys aren't following me over on Instagram, go check out our Queen collection and check out everything that is gardening, lifestyle, fun, love, everything that's over on that channel. Okay, but all my gardening goodies, whether it is my personal garden or the community garden, y'all, I came up with this wonderful, wonderful idea. So my idea is that I went down. I live what's called Yorkshire neighborhood, right? And I said, let me just go. I was going to go see. See, I have to fight with this camera every time. I was going to go check out. I was going to actually go see a friend, and she was giving me some soil. I'm just going to leave it like this, y'all, because it's going to keep fighting with me. And she was giving me some soil, basically, and I went to get it from her. When I went there, I didn't realize how many people were gardening. And when I tell you, these gardens were beautiful. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to be in a garden tomorrow. Prayerfully, we have a severe thunderstorm going on right now. Trees are down, power's down for some people. I mean, the trees were flying. Broken branches was everywhere as I was racing to get home so I can get on my live. And it was a mess out there. So we have severe thunderstorms. So I plan on going into the garden tomorrow. I was out there today. I have picked up some new transplants, which is wonderful because this garden shop that I normally go to in Philadelphia, they're closing for the season. So plants was $1, guys. Y'all gotta come check it out tomorrow. I got 4 packs for $1. And I know I saw Broke Farmer was saying how he got some for $1. And then yesterday, when I stopped there, because I'm late, normally I go there, they open like around Easter time. They start with flowers and stuff. And when I tell you he had a pile in the back of plants that he just literally was throwing away, I just happened to grab a lavender. I was so happy. The lavender looks so healthy, and he gave me some tips on how to keep it because I don't do well with lavender. I buy lavender every summer. I buy about three of them, maybe 4, and I really, really use lavender. I harvest my lavender, dry my lavender, and actually that's going to be the number one plant that we talk about tonight as far as getting sleep is concerned, because that's tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is Juneteenth. Tonight's topic is herbs that are going to help us to get some rest and get some sleep. And then I'm going to share with you the herb that is in my tea tonight. And of course, I'm going to share some wonderful goodies with you guys that I picked up along the last 2 weeks. Some I didn't get to share with you last week because I didn't have a live last week. God willing. I'm here tonight. Thank you all. I hope you all come on in. I know we got lots and lots of lives that go on Thursday night, and I appreciate each and every one of you that come on over and hop on over after you finish the other lives. I appreciate everybody that is even in the bushes because I appreciate my bush people. I know we always say that, but I appreciate you guys. This is a beautiful bookmark that my girlfriend got me, guys, and it fell out my bag. Isn't it beautiful? Shit, I got that for my birthday in March. I have to put it back in my planner. So shout out to my gardening community. Shout out to my planner community. Shout out to my lifestyle community. Shout out to my herbal community. Where is my herbal community at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Shout out to my herbal family. Shout out to my gardening family. Shout out to you all. Anybody that come and hop on this channel and hang out with me, I appreciate you all. Whether you're in the chat, in the bushes, don't matter to me. I appreciate you all. So, happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. And I have to be careful with my hands. So, listen, today is Juneteenth. As you know, the history, if you don't know the history of Juneteenth, the slaves were, people were still enslaved in Texas and some other states. And Juneteenth is celebrated because the people in Galveston, Texas were still slaves, and they did not know about the emancipation and that slaves were allowed to go free until a general came bearing the news, which 2 years later, after slaves were set free here in America. They were set free in 1863, and Galveston, Texas did not know about it till 1865, June 19th, 1865. And that's when they actually celebrated and got their freedom, and hence the name Juneteenth. And at that time, they had cookouts and celebrations, all of that, to celebrate and commemorate them finding out 2 years later that they had already been free for 2 years. If you study that history, some of them stayed on as indentured servants, but then most of them left, went on to places like Canada. They actually spread out all over the world after they were set free. Some stayed, but majority of them spread out all over the world and went to places north, south, as far as Canada. But they got out of Galveston, Texas. And actually Texas, I believe some of the people there knew that the slaves were free, but they did not tell them. So that's the history of Juneteenth in a nutshell. It's a little bit more than that, but do your research. It's wonderful history. It's wonderful to study everybody's history. That way, you have a comprehensive knowledge. And there's nothing wrong with that. We are taught to study knowledge from the cradle to the grave. Alright, where am I? Okay, there we go. We turn the volume down so I can get in here. Thank you. Thank you to everybody in the chat. How you doing? Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for coming on in here. Hey, 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 everybody. So I have so much to share, guys. So besides getting all of the garden stuff that I got in from the garden and nursery in Philadelphia, I also stopped at another one. Actually, both places were in Pennsylvania that I was able to stop at. I stopped at Fearless Hills Garden Nursery. I stopped in Philadelphia. They have a pop-up nursery that's there every year, and it's normally where I get a lot of my plants and things. Beautiful plants. So again, I got some beautiful lavender. I was able to get some hot peppers. My beds are not complete. I did drop seeds, guys. I do have plenty of seeds that I did drop seeds. What I am going to do is I am going to drop some more seeds. I'm going to drop more herb seeds. The herbs, I tried to do the Herb Garden Challenge 2025. Those seeds did not go well. I am not sure what I did wrong. I tended to the soil, kept it moist. I think it needed a heating mat or something. It didn't do well for me. So I said I was going to drop some more seeds and see how I do. And this part, well, summer's here, so we actually it was hot today. Today was like one of the really hot days that we have not had. We haven't had a good spring. We jumped from winter to summer. So I was just talking to a young man about that at the store today. And we were talking about how we haven't had spring in a couple years. So anyway, I hope that you're having a happy partial spring anyway. So how are you guys tonight? How are you tonight? What's going on tonight? How's your garden coming along? How's those plans coming along? As a matter of fact, when we talk about plans, I'm going to share with you guys a gift that my friend Ingrid got me. And you'll know I'm a planner, hence the Glamour Planner. And she picked this up for me, and I am so, so happy. It's just beautiful. And I saw her set up for it, and I loved it. And when she told me she got me one, I was just like overjoyed. So shout out to Ingrid for this beautiful gift. Look at that. So it is a dry erase planner. It is magnetic. So you can put it like on your refrigerator or wherever you have that it will stick magnetically to. And it is dry erase. So let me show y'all. Look at that gnat in here. See that? That's what happens when you have the plants on the inside. But look, so it is so nice. It has the weekly section. And so, let me put something blocking it. Something that you guys see the full version of it. But it's really, really nice. And I love this one because it's going to help me as my kitchen is where I go through that door to get out to my garden. So I'm going to be using this not just for meal prepping, but also when I want to do my garden to table, when I'm making canning and different things like this. I thought this was wonderful because I do have a garden planner and I do keep it up to date. I have this garden planner that works well on my with my garden and the community garden. I do have it combined. And hey Casings, how are you? Thank you. Isn't it nice? So this is my garden planner, and it is a happy planner. I am a happy planner girl. That's just how it goes. But I'll have all my planner things in here. Everything that I do in the garden. I'm gonna make sure that I start on here. Here we go, June. So June, I did start. In here. I have like all of the things that I planted out, veggies that I started, and I have to finish this week. So this week I have to work on this week. So I'm gonna leave that open anyway. Oh, actually, I'm gonna bookmark it. I remembered I'm supposed to go back and work on this week because I went to Fairless Hill Garden Nursery, went to Philadelphia Pop-Up Garden Nursery, and picked up some wonderful, wonderful things. Again, I am going to go live this weekend to show you guys what I got. I left everything out as it is storming here, like really bad, and I left everything out so that it can get rained on, get soaking wet. How you doing, Casins? And this came with it, which is, you know me, I am the note, so y'all know me. I get this to be the herbs that I harvest. So yesterday I harvested green onions, lots and lots of green onions. I got some chives. I got, let me see what else did I got. Oh, I got so much Swiss chard. Like the Swiss chard is, y'all, I'm loving it. And I'm mixing it with my salad. Normally I mix it with the salad or I mix it with spinach. If you haven't had Swiss chard, it blends down really well with some spinach. That's if you want to saute it. But other than that, you can just eat it fresh. Swiss chard is my, if you didn't check out my video on my top 10 veggies to grow, and Swiss chard was #1 on my list. Let's see. So here is this one. Look at that. Can't you see it? I'll use this for my cannons and making my soups and sauces. And if that wasn't cool, show you what's on the back. And it actually has two grids, guys. It has the monthly, this is like my planner. It has the weekly layout, and then it also has the monthly layout. That is fire. And it's magnetic, guys. Look at that. This thing is so fire. And if you didn't think that was cool, check this out. It came with all of the dry erase markers. And I haven't showed you my planner, but I seriously color code everything. So some of my planners cover things like family, cover things like budgeting and things like that. So I color code it as to what I am discussing in the planner. So if, for instance, I'm working on a garden planner and I'm talking about expenses, things that I've spent, things that I've donated um, to the community garden, so I will color code that. That'll be in a different color in the planner. So that is it's kind of like that. So this thing right here, this thing right here, shout out to Ingrid. She did that. Like, I love it. Y'all see the smile on my face? I love it. So that's one thing. And I took a trip to Dollar Tree, y'all. I am so in love with the community garden, guys. Go check out my Instagram channel, and you guys will see updates and videos and pictures. I think I posted videos on my YouTube channel as well on a community garden. I've been doing so much in the community garden. Me, Miss Denise, everybody that's been coming out. We've had donations, guys. Like, you guys are so wonderful. When you have a good heart. Shout out to everybody that donated trees and plants and supplies and things. And we're still looking for supplies. So don't stop, guys. If you gonna help us bring it to fruition. Shout out to Wendy. I worked out a collaboration with her and the Girl Scouts, and the Girl Scouts came. They got a lesson on the community garden. I taught them about building soil, and Wendy took them on a tour around the community garden. And then, believe it or not, we have entered into what's called the butterfly stop or the monarch stop. So all throughout the U.S., cities and states are drawing pollinators and helping to just keep gardening beautiful by having butterfly stops. So the Girl Scouts came and built a beautiful monarch garden or butterfly garden, and we are enrolled into what's called the New Jersey Monarch Stop. So in New Jersey, there are different stops where butterflies are attracted. For instance, like we already had milkweed in the community garden, and milkweed is a plant that draws butterflies into your garden. Everybody that garden and tries to draw on pollinators like butterflies, they know this. Hey guys, Desire. Hey, how you doing? So it was beautiful, y'all. I promise to take y'all on an updated tour of the community garden. You have to see our monarch stop. So we are an official butterfly stop. Aw, thank you, Ross. Thank you so much. But it is fun, y'all. I love it. I love it. I'm loving. I'm about to start. I have a curriculum for kids that will come to the community garden to teach them about gardening. I'm actually going to teach them how to forage. So we have. I told you guys, if you haven't been following my Instagram and everything that's been going on, but they cut the mulberry tree. Like, when I say they whacked it off, like they completely chopped off the mulberry tree, because it's called the Mulberry Hope Community Garden. The mulberry and the asparagus are the only living plant. Well, it's not true. Well, but they're the ones that stand out amongst everything. There are herbs that are growing there, and I'm trying to. Wendy just donated a bed to me because I want to preserve where the asparagus keeps growing at. And I mean, it keeps coming, y'all. Like, it's asparagus nonstop. I just allowed it to go to seed, so I'm gonna let the seeds drop so that we can keep asparagus there. But she donated a bed, just a raised bed that I can put around that area. I'm gonna fill in. I started filling it in with some organic mulch, and I'm going to continue to get a couple more bags of mulch there. We got donations and stuff coming in, so it all doesn't come out of my pocket for the community, for me to build in that area, because there are patches where it floods at, and I want to build that up with some mulch and then put some soil on top of it. But the beautiful thing, y'all, there is Goda Cola there. There's plantain there. There's dandelion there. I, dill. I found some dill there. I think there was even some yarrow, some dill, some yarrow, the Goda Cola plants. There were so many herbs there, and I'm trying to preserve the native part of that there. Of course, they cut a lot of it down, and then we did plant some beautiful flowers there. I planted a lot of seeds that we should start seeing popping up. We had trees donated. A gentleman, his father originally had land there, and he sold it to the city. And he came, and I told him that if he bought us a plant, we were dedicating in his dad's name. So he dropped off a beautiful apple tree. Oh my God, y'all! Like, when I tell you that people are amazing, that it is just beautiful. It is beautiful, the love that we're getting. Unfortunately, somebody stole 2 bags of our mulch. When I got hurt this weekend, I couldn't get out there and finish filling the beds with mulch. We do have volunteers that come in, but y'all know me. I'm always trying to get out there and get everything done. But I said, I'm going to wait for our volunteers to come in. And sure enough, someone stole 2 bags of the mulch. It's not funny because, like, we've been doing so good. I mean, our mayor says he loves the garden, like, and we've gotten so many compliments. We've got lots of donations and people just doing good by it. I actually, another senior just donated some tomato trellises. So it's just a beautiful thing. For somebody to do that, it just wasn't cool. So, but anyway, the garden is still thriving. We got so many peppers out there. There are tomatoes, like, oh my gosh, the purple tomatoes. They're called Midnight. And then there are, we got tomatoes out there already. The corn looks nice. The corn is nice. The herbs look good, y'all. So we're going to finish it. And again, I'm going to take you guys on an updated tour. So I'm just going to share some of the things that I picked up. This is not just for the community gardens. It's also for my own garden, because I had to remember that I still got my own garden. And when I went out there, y'all, it was so much to harvest. Like, it was crazy. Even my rose bushes that I named after my mom and dad, they look beautiful. The one I named after other family members, I think something ate all of the flowers off or something. But anyway, let's go through what I got, because y'all know I got to share all the good stuff that I got. Let's see. Hey, Barb Brownlee. You know, I can't forget my beautiful people in the chat. How y'all doing? Yeah, it is. Listen, y'all. I've been so I be out there. My grandchildren be out there with me. Family with Miss Denise, but her whole family, her husband helped us to build the soil in the beds, because y'all know I like to make my own soil. Um, it's just beautiful. I want to show y'all when I get out there. Just that area that I talked about with preserving the herbs and stuff. There's so much Goda Cola, and when my township, when they go out and cut, they don't know. So they just don't know what's herb, was weed, or nothing. But I tell you what they did do. When they cut off the mulberry tree, because it looks like it had a crew cut. So when they tore up that tree, it's still out there. There's still mulberries on it, thank God. And they were so sad that they did that they helped me find, we end up having 2 more mulberry bushes. So again, part of the curriculum, I'm going to teach the children how to forage. I'm going to teach them about the mulberry, finding the mulberries and eating the mulberries. Of course, we will have water to wash them off. They do not spray. There are never any chemicals out in this area. They do not spray. This is why there's a lot of bugs, but that's okay. Because I prefer it to be in its native state, no chemicals, because that's part of teaching the community, whether it is the seniors or the children and families, how to forage and find food. So besides the mulberry bushes, y'all, there's milkweed. They cut back the poison ivy for me. I did see that. They did have, so there's mulberry, there's milkweed. There's so many plants out there So it's connected to the park, and there's a lake. That's where we had the fishing derby, where I showed you guys I had my grandchildren out there at the fishing derby. Hey, Jane Doe, how are you? So that's where the additional mulberry bushes are. They found them. They felt so bad. I literally had a tear, y'all, when they cut down that mulberry. But they found it. And then they bought me some other goodies out there. You see, we got 2 park benches out there now. So they've made up for cutting down. They didn't completely cut it down, but tearing up the mulberry tree. They felt so bad. When I fell to the ground, it was like, oh no. And then Miss Denise came running. They was like, oh my gosh, she bought back up. But anyway, it's still coming along so beautifully, y'all. Thank you, Jane Doe, as always. My lovely ladies that are in the chat, everybody's in the chat, whether you're in the bushes or you're in the chat. I thank you so much. So let's get into this because I have so much to share with you guys. And actually, I am going to start turning page because we're going to talk about those herbs while we're chatting about all my goodies. Okay? We are going to talk about them. And look, came straight to my first herb, which everybody knows is lavender. Lavender, lavender, lavender. Yeah. I always give lavender because lavender is one of the easiest ones to use for sleep. And a lot of us, I have to talk to us about getting sleep. And I was guilty of it. Like, I seriously was guilty. I would be up, up, up. And I'm not talking about on the lives hanging out with the ladies. I'm talking about the whole week. Just up all night long. And it ages you. Not only does it ages you, but your body is not going into that mode of sleep where it needs to heal itself. The body has to process everything that we ate and drank and that was environmental to our body has to process it. Again, your biggest organ is your skin. So you're not only dealing with the stressors from what you ate and what's in your digestive system, you're dealing with the things that have been exposed to your body. So all of that has to be processed and it goes into the body, and a lot of it the body doesn't even recognize. So it takes it longer to process it out. It has to decide, am I going to use it or am I going to flush it out? Or do she have enough nutrients in her body to help us distinguish what this is and break these things down? So how it can't do that if we're not getting the sleep that we need. We need sleep, y'all. Sleep shows up in our tiredness, moodiness, irritability. It shows up bags under the eye, dark. So I used to be guilty of these dark circles, y'all. And then I spent so much time trying to develop an under eye serum. And I did create an under eye serum. I do have it. But the bottom line is I just wasn't getting enough sleep. And you need sleep. Your body needs to rest. You need to rest. You need to find time to rest. Once you get into rest like you need, I'm telling you, you're going to wake up early in the morning like you need to because you're getting the sleep that you need. You need to get those hours of sleep. They say 8 hours. If you are tired and you've been going a long time without sleep, you sleep as much as the body needs so that it can recuperate. Hey, Mona. You need to get some rest. Like, rest is as necessary as water, as in oxygen, as in proper food. It is right there. Sleep, rest. Sleep, food, water. All those things are necessary for the body. So we have to get sleep, okay? We definitely have to get some sleep. Sleep, also getting sleep helps the body to do its processes, such as helping your skin to glow, helping your hair to grow, all of those things. You may not think that they're connected, but they are all connected. If you're asleep and you're irritable and you're moody and you're not getting rest. Your hair falls out. Your hair turns gray. All of those things play a part in your whole total body wellness. So sleep is just as vital as water and as vital as food. Proper food. And I'm not gonna say any food, but good food. We need to have good food, y'all. Okay? So, and I'm like everybody else. I'm going to encourage you to get a garden, do a garden, whatever you got to do to grow you some food. I don't care if it's on your porch, your windowsill. You can do a herb bowl right there in your kitchen window. All your herbs along. They have those. I seen it at Home Goods or Burlington. I think it was Burlington. No, I'm sorry. At Burlington, they have, it's like a little metal rack, right? And it has little cups, look like flower pots. They're glass pots. You can put a little bit of soil in them, and you can put herbs right along there, and bam, you got all your herbs you need. Or you can put water, and you can do an grow a pot where you just got your herbs in there and water, and that's all they need. People who are doing hydroponics, aquaponics, they will tell you you don't even need soil to grow food. I was watching a video yesterday, and he was showing how he teach people to do hydroponics, aquaponics, where you don't even need soil. And guess what? They don't have no pests. They don't have gnats, none of that, because everything is growing in just water. There's no soil, because remember, all of those gnats and those bugs and things come already in the soil naturally. You know what I mean? It's not like they purposely put it. It's naturally in the soil because it is compost. It is what do you call it? All of the things we buy to build our soil. It's naturally in there, and we can't get around that unless you are doing hydroponics or aquaponics, things of that nature. So, listen, I enjoyed the video so much. I am thinking really hard. He had what was that wall called? It was a wall where he built everything, had all the plants in, but it wasn't soil. It was all water. So I'm thinking about that. And y'all know, once I got it on my brain, I'm working it out to build it in my garden. And I may do it in the community garden. We'll see what happens. But stay tuned for that. So I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Thank you guys. Y'all are the best. All right, so that first one. So we're going to talk about these herbs in between us. Showing you all this goodness I got. So if you missed it, I showed you the first thing already. You're going to have to watch the replay to see what the first thing was. So let's talk about lavender. Lavender is a touchy subject for a lot of people. I did talk about lavender last year. When we were talking about reducing stress, lavender is in there because it's energetic. It's energetic is to reduce stress, to relax the body, to boost your mood. That's part of lavender's energetic. And they say, I've seen some things where they said that should not give young boys who are at puberty age, you should not be, have them with lavender. But to be honest, if you grew up, our families, we grew up on lavender. My brothers have never had an issue with lavender because my parents had lavender in the house. That's just something that they gave us. The issue is that a lot of the places that are using lavender now, they're using the plants. I don't want to say it's defense mechanism because that's what they do with the tea plant, but they're using certain parts of the plant that is not using the whole of the plant, if I can say it like that. So they're not using the whole of the plant, which works to protect the body and all of the good things that the plant provides. They're using certain parts of the plant that are not always beneficial to the body. You understand? It's like if I take a pepper, and I only use the capsicum part of it. I'm not using all of the benefits of it. I'm just using one part of its antioxidant power. I'm not using all of it. I just take one part of its antioxidant and use that. Well, I'm not using the whole part of the plant. You're not getting that whole benefit. And if you are someone and you may have some kind of contraindicator like medication or a mental disorder or anything like that, and it could negatively impact you because I'm not giving you the whole part of that plant, so you got the whole benefit. I'm just only giving you a specific part of it. So, in that matter, so a lot of people do not use lavender. So I'm saying that lavender is good for the people who are nervous about that. Anything that I say to you, please do your due diligence. You should always do your own research, and then you make the best decision based on you, because I don't know what your health is. I can only tell you what's good, what is in nature is good, and you need to decide if that's going to work with you, because you need to know if it will interact with medications you're taking, if it will interact with maybe your treatment that you're getting. You just never know. So always take that in consideration, and then go back and do your due diligence. Weigh it, look at your medications, because your medications will tell you certain things you cannot take and cannot use. So make sure you do your due diligence. Other than that, lavender is great. Lavender is one of the #1 herbs that I do use, because I get a lot of people who have PTSD that come from the military, and lavender is one of the things that I do put into their blend that I make for them. So I'll just give you, I won't go too deep into depth with all of the benefits of the ones that I'm going to give you, but you'll get the picture. Another one of the things I showed you guys before was how to make what is it, garlic and honey, and that's like a cough remedy, right? You know you can do that with lavender and honey. You can do a lavender and honey mix, and it can help you. You can take a teaspoon at night, or you can put a teaspoon into some tea and take it at night to help you sleep. The honey is going to help too, because the honey is going to work its magic as well. But you can, the same way we did it with the garlic or the onions, like you get you a glass jar and you put the lavender in there, and then you put the honey in there, and you need to let that infuse. Let it infuse for like 24 hours, you know, or make the lavender tea. Make put the lavender in a infuser. Put that in maybe a gallon of water or half a gallon of water, and then you once that comes to a boil, you want to allow it to cool for 3 or 4 minutes first. And then once that cools, you want to add it to a glass jar, and then you want to add your honey to that, and you have just made your own little nighttime remedy to just help you sleep. And that's going to work with all of the herbs that I'm going to give you tonight. You can do the same thing. Boil your pot of water, bring it to a boil, soft boil. And once it comes to that boil, you want to take it, put it in a glass jar. Always use a glass jar, guys. Use a glass jar. I do not recommend a plastic one unless you're putting it in the fridge and you're making it for tea that you're going to drink throughout the day. Then that's fine too. You know, but if you're going to make it as a nighttime remedy to just help you sleep at night, or to take a 2 teaspoon of it and put it in your tea at night, is great for helping you to get some sleep. Okay? Keep up with the chat, so if anybody has questions. Let's see. Okay. Hey, Don. How are you? So again, lavender works with insomnia. That's the #1 thing that we wanted to work with, is the insomnia. So lavender also helps to reduce anxiety, moodiness, irritability, things like that. If you're under a lot of stress, you want to drink these teas. They're going to help you just to calm you down throughout your day. But be careful, because some of them are really, really strong, and you want to just be at home when you're taking teas that induce sleep and that feeling of winding down. You want to be home. You don't want to be where you got to go out in the world, okay? But in addition to that, lavender helps with headaches. People who have headaches, um, dry skin, which is also, um, and of course, mood issues. So that's the lavender. That's why we chose the lavender. So helps to enhance mood, helps to relieve stress and anxiety. Helps you to get some sleep, a good night's sleep. That's its energy. And remember, we want our food and our drinks to have life and to have energy. We are energy people. We draw energy from the sun because our body, our molecules, our cells, they are living cells and they operate off of energy. Okay, so we want the plants and the foods and things that we consume to have energy, to give our body energy, to feed that energy in our bodies, whether it is to go to sleep at night, because your body doesn't stop working just because you're asleep. That's when your body goes into overtime. That's when your cells are turning over. That's when the vitamins and the mineral, all of that stuff is being broken down into the body is when you sleep. That's when your body does its most work. So you have to get some sleep, okay? So back to some of the goodies that I picked up from Dollar Tree. Look at this. It is so cute. I'm so obsessed with gnomes in my garden. Gnomes and the bumblebees. I got gnomes out there. I got bumblebees out there. I got lots of bumblebees. And I have some butterflies. And I have some gnomes dressed up as bumblebees. Like, it is so stinking cute. But I picked this up. This one, I am going to put this in my garden. And then this one, I'm going to put into the community garden. Can y'all see it? It's like, but look, this one has that, so the two stakes can go into the ground. And I thought that was so cute, y'all. What y'all think? Ain't it cute? I thought this was so stinking cute, y'all. So I was thinking that I was gonna get like 4 of these. I know that he's gonna put up the signs to just stay off the garden, but I thought this was so cute and so welcoming. Yeah, it was so much fun out there with the kids. I'm so looking forward to teaching the kids out there in the community garden. And this is back. I picked these up last year, and I still have them. Like, I still have them. I still think they work. I've tore up quite a few of them. The little ones, I have punched some holes. You know how you try to drill a hole in it, and baby, that hole bust into a big old hole. Can't use it no more. Some of the things out there from Dollar Tree, they just really terrible. But I picked these up, and this is for the community garden. So this is a tower, and if you haven't seen these put together, they build and stack like this. You know who I seen doing it? Miss Linda. Not Miss Linda T-Nog, the other Miss Linda. Look at that, y'all. So now we have a tower. And what I'm going to put in here is flowers. So since we have the monarch stop, the butterfly stop, I'm going to put this on the other side because I have some beautiful flower seeds that I picked up and that you amazing, beautiful people have donated to me. So I'm going to put these in there. I am going to build another tower in my garden because I have so many plants that I just picked up. Y'all, I picked up 2 from the Fearless Hills. I picked up 2, 1 chive, 2 lemongrass, and baby, that's what I got in my tea tonight. And we'll talk about lemongrass next. So lemongrass will be the second tea you need for getting a good night's sleep. But that's what I'm drinking tonight. I'm actually drinking holy basil and lemongrass tea tonight. That is my tea of choice tonight. That holy basil, oh my gosh, y'all. I just love basil. It is so good to be proactive about our health, y'all. drinking the right things, eating the right things, but y'all getting a good night's sleep is going to help your skin to glow. You will not need my under eye serum if you get you some good night's rest, okay? You get some good night's rest, you will wake up with that skin glow. And doing teas like the lemongrass and the basil, I'm telling you, helps to beautify the skin, helps those cells to proliferate overnight while you are sleeping, baby. That's why it is called beauty rest. You got to get that beauty rest so that we can wake up and be our gorgeous selves. Okay? Got to get that beauty rest. So I got these. And you'll see the theme. The theme is green. I also, so let's see which one I'm going to do. Found these. I don't know how well they work, right? But when we're out there, I forgot that I had sprayed myself. And I don't like spraying, perfuming things when I'm going out into the garden because bugs will find you and attack. Like, attack. And I was out there in the community garden and I got toe up, y'all. My leg, y'all didn't want to see. My legs is toe up. And I'm talking about the back of the leg, not the front, all the back of my legs, on my side of my leg, all up and down my leg. But I got attacked, y'all. So I picked these up, and these are citronella sticks. The funny thing is, we have a citronella plant out there. Y'all, it's sitting here like a lazy cat. You ever had a cat before that don't want to do nothing? He don't want to be bothered, like Tom from Tom and Jerry, unless he chasing Jerry. That's what that citronella doing. It ain't fixing nothing. So a little tip about it. When I made my bug spray, I made a bug spray for pets and a bug spray for us. And you can't use citronella alone. Citronella alone is not strong enough. I'm just being honest. Citronella, they'll tell you they pull the that part of the citronella plant that they feel repels bugs, but I did research and the citronella is not enough. So if you guys remember, I made a bug repellent with citronella and lemongrass. So if you are going to make it, get you some lemongrass and mix it in there with that citronella, and I promise you, citronella alone won't be enough. And I'm telling you, listen though, when you put it on, get you a gallon of water, put the lemongrass in there, and put the citronella in there. You will repel every bug in your house. Like they will want to be nowhere near. And I mean, when that smell is coming off those natural plants, it just smells so amazing. And when I did that last year, that's just what I did. Because I had gnats in the kitchen because I started my season things indoors. And I'm telling you, I had that citronella going with that lemongrass, y'all. It makes a world of a difference. So I picked this up, and what I was thinking is that I was going to wrap some lemongrass around the stick. So as it burned, the lemongrass would be with it. So I'm going to tell you how it worked out. I'm not using this alone. I am going to, because I always think that they add more stuff to this. I always try to look for the ingredients. Let's see. Yeah, like if it's more than one ingredient on the back, that's the part that get me. So, right? I ain't crazy, right? So, what I'm going to do is, because y'all know lemongrass gets really long, so I'm going to try and wrap it around it and hoping that will boost its smelling properties to repel insects. We'll see how that work out. $1.25. I just gave y'all a bonus tip. Wrap that lemongrass. I know y'all got that lemongrass. That long lemongrass. Hey, Miss J.K. Gardner. How you doing? Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the bushes. So, again, add you some lemongrass. And I'm telling you guys, do that in your house. Like if you growing plants on the inside, get you some citronella and get you some lemongrass, baby. and put it in there. And the beautiful thing that I do love about citronella, though, those leaves are humongous, and you don't need a whole bunch of them. You just get a couple leaves of that citronella. It really is strong. Um, you can even throw in some peppermint in there if you want. Okay, I wouldn't say don't drink no lemongrass. I mean, no citronella tea. Just use that to repel bugs. And you can spray it on yourself as you go outside. I put them in little 2-ounce spray bottles, and I have them inside of my gardening bag. One day I'll have to show you guys my garden. Maybe that's a video I'll do. What's in my garden bag? Um, and I'm still in my idea. If you go and do the same thing, just give me a shout out. But I'm gonna do that. I'll show y'all what's in there. Okay. Let's see. Oh, so let's talk about it. Lemongrass. Listen, I have some friends that are Caribbean, um, and a lot of that are Jamaican. And I told you one of my coworkers, he went to Jamaica and he brought me back some. When I say some fresh lemongrass from Jamaica, he brought me back soursop leaf, lemongrass, enamel. Um, Listen, he hooked me up. Or enamel is also known as guinea hen weed. So he brought me back that baby. I'm telling you, it smells so good. I be cutting little pieces off because I be wanting to savor it and not use it all up. It's a shame. But that lemongrass, y'all, you can drink it every day. That's how good it is for you. It is considered generally safe. So if you don't have any, get you some lemongrass. I also forgot, y'all, I was out there, and I know I said I was going to do it. I forgot to cut that stinging nettle. I said dead nettle. I have dead nettle on my front porch where my tomato plant. I put 2 tomato plants on my porch along with my hostas. But I had some stinging nettle, y'all, and I was scared to touch it because I had on plastic gloves. It will sting you through them plastic gloves. Get you some double gloves and get out there and cut it. Oh, I thank you, boy, Brownlee. But, baby, I'm wait till I have on maybe 2 or 3 gloves, and then I will touch it. I'm sorry, y'all know I got my big book of boo-boos, so I'm trying to get to lemongrass. Here we go. So lemongrass. Lemongrass is amazing for sleep. Okay. Help it is like lavender in the fact that it affects your mood and helps to reduce stress and wind you down. But I'm just going to tell you some other benefits of it. I just give you a couple more so you'll have it. But number 1 was lavender. Number 2 is lemongrass. Prevents infection. So remember how I was saying how when we're sleeping at night, our body is working. It is getting rid of waste. It is deciding what to use, what not to use in the body. So lemongrass is going to help with that process. Not only is it going to calm your mood, but it's going to help in the process, help the body in that process of fighting infections. It also helps reduce obesity. If you are struggling with weight gain and things of that nature, it helps to help you balance out your weight. Here it is again. Remember I talk about beauty rest? Helps your skin to glow. Okay? It helps to promote healthy skin. So it's I should have labeled this beauty rest. I should have labeled it beauty herbs, right? So it helps with your skin. It helps with upper respiratory issues. If you have asthma, allergies, things of that nature. And if you didn't see my video, I did do a video on lemongrass. So you can go watch that. I'm not going to go too much into it. I really just wanted to deal with the things that helps us with our sleep. So it fights infections, helps to promote beautiful skin, boost immunity, and helps with insomnia, of course. Insomnia. So that is lemongrass. Okay, so helps with the skin, helps to fight infections, boosts your mood, helps with insomnia, prevents infection, and boosts the immunity. Okay, so number two, lemongrass. It's deuces. So number one was our lavender. Number two was lemongrass. Next up, I don't. So I'm gonna tell you a thing that I do now is I check. You can't see it when you're in Dollar Tree because these things are for nighttime. But I always make sure that these little tags is on. I can't tell you how many times I got home buying these little solar lights from Dollar Tree and the little thing is missing and the battery is worn out. And I don't be feeling like going back to Dollar Tree to drop this dog to go back and ask them for another light. If I remember it or if it's like more than one that's messed up, then I'm gonna take it. So now I just try to be proactive and make sure that that little tag is there. Because if it is pulled, the battery could be worn out. I don't know. It is solar, but some of them I got home and it ain't solar nothing. Okay, they did not solar anything. They weren't working, but they had these big spotlights. Oh my god, I cannot find them no more. I bought three. I got three out in the garden, and I love going out into my garden in the evening. And those lights are. Oh, I like looking out the kitchen window, and I can see all my lights out there. So hence, I bought these more lights. I got these. I was trying to decide which additional lights I was going to put out there in the community garden, but not these. So I picked up four of these because I'm such a girly girl. And y'all don't understand. My granddaughters be in the garden with me. They love it. My grandsons, they come out and help. They don't mind. But the girls are into the gardening with me. I tell you, they like to go out there. They know how to pick herbs and make their own tea. So I picked up four of these. These are fabulous. In the chat, let me know if you picked up any of these solar lights from no, just checking, from Dollar Tree. Anybody got solar lights? Which ones did you get? So I picked up these for the community garden. Now these are for the community garden. Now the reason why I said make sure you check and make sure the tag is on it. See how that tag is on the inside? You wouldn't know that you need to open this up and take it out. So if you pick it up, you may pick it up and not realize that that tag was pulled. Somebody could have pulled it by mistake. But I got these. I like this how they're coming now. And basically the stake is under the bottom. See that? And you just kind of pull it out. Bam. Put that there in here. And it sticks right in the ground. I thought these were so cool. Because I don't know what I thought it was at first. I was like, wait, how? What the heck? And then, you know, I'm a blonde sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I am a real blonde. And I just have those moments sometimes. But I saw it because I was trying to figure out where the steak was. And I was in the store by myself so nobody could crack on me. And there it was. And then you just twist this off up top and pull that. And then you take it outside. But this is going to be nice because I want to put this along the grow bags. So I have to go back and get like 4 more of these. And I'm going to make these go all along the grow bags, which will be awesome, right? And then I'm figuring out how I'm going to get some more lights that I want to go. There's lights basically in the park, and the mayor is putting up a camera. But I just wanted to put some lights out there. It makes it look like it's glowing. Like, I don't know about y'all. I had a girlfriend, I mean, she hooked her yard up. She had these lights throughout the yard, and it just looked so beautiful. And I was obsessed with them ever since. Because I didn't have a big enough yard the last time. I had like 1 or 2 little lights to walk the path, you know, parking my car in the back. But there wasn't like a big plot of land. Like I got a nice little backyard now, but I didn't have that before. Just was little pieces. Now the front yard had a nice little piece that I can grow stuff. I'm still mad about that rosemary that's still there. So, any questions? I got more to show you, and I'm going to move on to my next one. So this one, I don't think a lot of people knows that it helps with that. But we're gonna talk about it anyway. Uh, y'all probably know my number one already. So this one, a lot of people don't look at it as a herb that is help with sleep. What I look at it as an enhancer to go along with the other herbs that I'm giving you. So say you want to blend, you want to make more than one herb. Well, yes, this one will help with that, but it has so many other medicinal benefits, and it's I consider it an enhancer. So normally I'm doing more than one herb, and I always pick. I picked. I would pick several of them, but I picked this one only because of it has like hundreds and hundreds and thousands of benefits. So, so for instance, if I'm doing lavender or if I'm doing the lemongrass, I'll add moringa to it. Now, moringa is considered it's what's called the tree of life. It its antioxidant power is second to none. Um, but what it does is it helps the body's processes, fighting infection, whether they're environmental factors or things like that. Moringa is going to help the body to fight and do those things. So that's why I like you can add moringa to your lemongrass or your lavender, or the next herb after that is chamomile. But you can add moringa to it, and I'm going to just give you some of the reasons why. Again, we talked about the skin health, and remember I told you how the body at night, it is processing itself. When you wake up in the morning, and I've said this many times, how your body and your bowels are supposed to move in the morning. When that your body is asleep at night, it is flushing out toxins. Your liver is working, your kidney, all of those things are working to flush your system from what it endured during the day, right? And you want to give it that boost that it needs, and that boost that it can, that is to me an enhancer, would be the moringa, because of all of its amazing benefits and properties. Yeah. So I don't know about it reducing blood pressure. That was maybe I'll have to look that up, because hey, you learn something new every day. I would definitely do that. I have a herb that helps. I my blood pressure had went up because I had got those steroid injections, and I needed to bring my blood pressure down. And moringa was not one of the herbs that I used for that. But there are herbs that will reduce your blood pressure. So if you have an issue with your blood pressure, again, you'll see it in there. We always put it in the chat. Do your due diligence. Do your research. I am going on the benefits, and there are contraindicators to it. I actually did a video on moringa, so go check out that video that I did on moringa, and where I broke down all of its benefits. I broke down its contraindicators. So do your due diligence. If you if you feel like it is going to interact with something with your own system, then yeah, you definitely want to do your due diligence and take it. So, like I said, this is an enhancer. This is an enhancer to the sleeping herbs that I'm already giving you, because of its amazing health benefits with cells and your synapses, things like that, that the body is doing while you're sleeping. So it stimulates hair growth, detoxifies the body. It's high antioxidant property. It helps with impotency. It the increased mental clarity. Because of its diuretic properties, like I said, in the morning your bowels should be moving once you're asleep at night, and the body is doing what it is supposed to do. Then in the morning, again, like I said, don't just hop out of bed. Slowly work your way out of bed. Lay there first. Allow yourself to wake up. Allow your body. Your body is just waking up. hopping out of the bed so fast is not always a great idea. You can throw yourself off. So balance yourself. So lay there first, get your bearings, then sit up first. Your organs were laid back. So now your organs are going into their proper position. So sit up first. Sit up first. Don't just roll out and jump out of bed. All your organs and everything have to come into their proper place. So sit up first. Again, your body, all that pressure, everything that was going on the night while you were sleeping, all of that is now coming to its wakened state. So now your body is going to relax. Your organs are going to get in, sit up or into their proper place from laying down. So now everything, you're sitting up, take a few seconds, breathe, and then get up and then go about your day. But that slow process, I promise you, it's going to help you, especially people who have a hard time using the bathroom and things of that nature. You want to do that in the morning. And sometimes you do have to move around in order for your body to excrete that waste from it. But things like these herbs are going to help it to do its job. Okay? But do your due diligence. Yeah, they do. While you're sleeping, yeah, they're not in their proper position when you're sleeping. And then think, people who toss and we turn and we move all around while we're sleeping, yeah, your body, when you wake up, you're mentally, you woken up. So now your body has to wake up with you. So you're going to sit up to that position. So I have this yogi that I follow, and I learned that. One of the biggest things is my bed is facing the east, so that I am rising with the sun. And so when that's happening, that all of that energy, that energetic is going right along with my body. And I lay there first. I say I get up for prayer in the morning, but before I start all of that, I go through that same process every day. Lay there first, wake yourself up, slowly sit up, and then sit there for a few moments. Don't hurry up and jump out of bed. Allow your body to wake up and your organs enough to shift in their proper place. Hey, Miss Peachnut. I'm missing everybody. Thanks, Jane, though. So, all right. So off to herb number 3. And then I got some more to show you guys. I found something really, really cute. I can't wait to show you guys. You're going to love it. And remember, it's called Beauty Sleep. So there was one before chamomile, and I should have said that, but it's okay. I'll go back to that one. Chamomile it has the same energetic like lavender. Okay, y'all. I moved so much stuff around. I'm looking for it. Give me a second, guys. I don't want to lose them because those are mine that I need to. I'm looking for my chamomile paper, y'all. Give me a quick second. Any questions? Because I know I was rolling. you're gonna see there's two herbs that I give you that are an enhancing herb. So that first one was moringa. There's another one that I'm gonna give you that is also enhancer, but it's not my list. So lavender was one, and lemongrass was two. I moved it, y'all. I pulled it out because I wanted to have everything ready. Y'all know this is horrible. Mm, All right, we're just gonna do this then. I'm marking it, y'all. Any questions? It's gonna drive me crazy, y'all. Well, y'all know chamomile. Chamomile is number 3. You already know that chamomile is antioxidant, high in antioxidant. It's also an antispasmodic, which means it also helps with pain as well. But it's a mood enhancer, so it can also like lift your spirit. So it's a mood enhancer as well. Antioxidant. Alright, so let me see. We're gonna do it like this. Because I don't want to give you a million things that it does. I only want to give you its properties of helping you to sleep. So number 3 is chamomile. And some people say chamomile, some people say chamomile. But it helps. Chamomile is also part of the blend that I'll do. If I don't do lavender, I'll do chamomile for people with PTSD. People who need to sleep, who have a really hard time themselves getting to sleep. Chamomile is one of those ones that helps to soften the mood for the person. It also, chamomile can also lift the spirit too, like lavender does. Like lavender, scent of lavender can wake you, like lift your mood for you. So chamomile does the same thing. They have the same energetic properties. They're both antispasmodics, which means that if you're having some sort of pain, mild pain, nothing chronic. If it's chronic, you need to make sure you see a doctor. But it also helps with that to help lessen, small levels of pain. Reduce anxiety, helps with digestion. But the number one thing, like I said, it is an immune booster. It helps to boost your immune system. So it is anti-inflammatory. You want to add chamomile. Chamomile, you don't need to really add too much to chamomile. Chamomile is just great by itself. It is one of those really, really good herbs. And again, if you're looking to make you a decoction or an infusion that you can have, that you can take by the spoonful, like I said, like you do with the lavender, you can do the same thing with the chamomile. And I love chamomile, y'all. Like, I add chamomile a lot to my nighttime tea routine. If I have to make a nighttime tea, I'm definitely going for chamomile before I go for anything else, because I know how good it is as far as anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, helps with insomnia, boosts the mood, reduce anxiety and stress. It has that amazing ability. So chamomile, number 3. A lot of things that people don't realize too is the number four herb, catnip. Catnip, it actually grows in your yard like lavender and like plantain or dandelion. Most people can find catnip growing in their own gardens. Um, Not it having planted seeds, you can often find catnip in there. But catnip, same thing. Number four, catnip. It helps again to reduce stress, anxiety, and it also attracts cats to your yard if you have catnip in there. But catnip is a good tea for helping you to calm yourself at night and to just help you relax. So catnip, that is a really really good one. How many of you heard of using catnip for relaxation or insomnia? Yes, yes. They so whenever you I, I'm not gonna say it helps to clean. Most lavender is used because of its scent. It's amazing and strong smelling scent. It's not used because it has properties to deodorize and cleanse. That's not what it does. That's not its energy. It has that amazing smell. People use it because you have these strong chemicals, and to offset the chemical, us smelling the chemical, they add essential oils to it to take away some of those strong chemical smells. That's why you can find lavender in toothpaste, mouthwash, cleaning products, hair products. Lavender is used so much. The only herb I know that is used more than that, and then lavender is used in food as well, but the only herb used more than that is eucalyptus. And they do it because of its smell. Now, eucalyptus can deodorize and disinfect, whereas lavender, that's not its energetic. But eucalyptus can, but lavender, no. That's not as energetic. People use the lavender just basically because of its scent. But what I will tell you is, I'm telling you, I tried lavender last year. I had so much lavender. Again, I wasn't doing well with it. The moment I got a nice big harvest of it, I cut it, and I do stick to that rule. If I'm cutting and coming again, cutting and coming again, I only do 30% of the plant. But lavender is so freaking touchy. I don't care if I do 10%. I just was not successful with keeping it going throughout the year. I was constantly buying it. But I said it to say is that same lavender that I harvested last year, if I walk by that bag right now and the bag is not even open, you can smell it. Like, I just like walking past it sometimes just so I can get that smell. And I'm telling you, it was fresh lavender from the garden. It smelled way better than any lavender that they've created for products. If you can make your own, you can take cut your lavender, tie it in a bushel, like we do I told you guys about the eucalyptus and hanging in your shower. Man, cut you some lavender leaves, them stems, tie it and hang it upside down in your bathroom. The most natural, and not only that, it's also going to help with the air, help with the air in the bathroom breaking up, because a lot of us, it's been wintertime and we've having open windows. Some of us, you may have started your spring cleaning or summer cleaning or whatever. Some of us have not. So I encourage you, open up your bathroom window, hang some lavender in there. I'm telling you, it is the most beautiful natural scent. Like, and I don't and eucalyptus I like, but if I'm making a potpourri or something for my bathroom, I'm grabbing for the lavender. It is an amazing health benefit. And I'm telling you, I got into a debate with some people who are from Jamaica, and they were telling me, I was telling them about how, you guys were saying that, can't have the lavender around boys, and they were just telling me, my mom had lavender everywhere. It didn't affect me. Like, so some people, they use it, and it goes way back in their history. If you look how far back they were using lavender, I think it was the Egyptians. And I think I did a video on that. Like, just go back and, do your research. So lavender is amazing. You could make a nice remedy. I make my own cleaning spray, and I use vinegar for that. I use distilled vinegar to clean and disinfect because it's going to kill those germs from cooking and germs around the house. In my kitchen, I have my own one that I make, and I'll put lavender in there, vinegar in there, and I've made my own disinfectant. But the amazing smell that's left, I'm telling you, if you make your own right, you will have less gnats. You will have less gnats in your home. Some vinegar and get you some lavender. I promise you, or vinegar and get you some eucalyptus. And you put it in a spray bottle. You let it sit 24 hours first. Allow it to infuse in that vinegar, and then you spray. You know how you just wiping counters and things stuff down? I'm telling you, I promise you, the most amazing smell, and it is clean cleaning products. No chemicals, none of that. Distilled vinegar and your herbs. And I promise you, you will thank me because you will not have a lot of gnats and stuff hanging around your home. And spray your windowsills. Like my bathroom, before I opened up the bathroom window, I went around and sprayed the corners of it, and to make sure no spiders and flies and things, and ants. Oh, ants. I'm telling you, vinegar gets them ants, y'all. Don't let nobody play with you. Vinegar, and I have some lavender. I have the lavender buds, the fresh ones, and I put it in that spray bottle. Spray every corner of the window, and spray every corner of your window, especially now that you're opening up your windows and things, if you open them. But the ants come in, and I had ants horribly. I sprayed that vinegar and that lavender. I do not have that same ant problem. I promise you. But that's another extra bonus. So you made your own insomnia decoction or syrup or infusion, and now you got you a natural cleaning product. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Because vinegar is strong, but you need that vinegar to clean. So you need that vinegar, and then use your natural vinegar. You know what I mean? Um, I'll even put a couple drops of the apple cider vinegar in there, uh, and that helps a lot. So number 4 was catnip, right? Oh, I got more goodies to show y'all. Okay, so let's get. I got some really good stuff to show y'all. This was fun. I don't know if y'all saw it, but everybody gonna run and get one. This one was, let me see, so how many more herbs I got? No, what's kind of lavender, lemongrass, chamomile, catnip. I think I got 1, 2. I think I got 1, 2 more. Okay. So it should be 7. I knew I had 7. Oh yeah, I want to make sure I got 7 herbs for y'all tonight. Do, do, do. Alright, so I have 7. Technically, there are 8. I got to do a little bit more research on this one. I didn't deep dive into. I'm gonna tell you it, but you know what? Let me do a research. Let me do more research on it. Only because it has amazing health benefits. A lot of you already know about it, but I'm gonna do my due diligence before I start telling you about it. And so let me do some research on it, and that is passion flower. So it has some of the same energetic properties for insomnia, but I want to do research on it because it does have interactions. It does have contraindicators that are serious. So I'm going to wait on that one, okay? So we'll do 2 more. There's 2 more that I'll give you. My number 1, I think I spoke about it before, but you will know it is just as strong. And it is widely used. People do not know, but I'll do 2 more, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about passion flower another time, okay? Yeah, you got natural cleaning and home pest control, and then they both can interact. So I picked this up, y'all. What? What? Wait, this is called the bug zapper, y'all. I gotta go to Dollar Tree. $5. The bug zapper, 1,000 volts. Y'all, I'm scared to put a battery in it. This, okay, so it's supposed to whack, zap the bugs. It's so funny. I know when I show Miss Denise, she gonna say, "Why you didn't get me one?" So I'm gonna have to get her one before I show it to her tomorrow. So don't y'all tell her that I got it. I have to pick her one up tomorrow first, and then take it to her. Cause I'm telling y'all, we was out there fighting them bugs, honey. But this is the bug zapper. I'm gonna call this the bug zapper 2000 of 1000. Is 1,000 volts. Handheld bug zapper. So you're supposed to go. You know how the bugs be always annoying you, flying and flies. You can't never catch them. This is better than that the fly swatter. I don't know. Is this cruelty? Well, I guess the bug isn't an animal, but Lord have mercy. All right, y'all tell me what y'all think of the Bug Zapper 1000. Oh, God's Desire said it works great. Oh, it's on now. Because I'm telling you, I was fighting with a fly the other day. He made his way up this step, y'all, and into my room. I do not like an annoying fly. Lord, if I would have had this, but I call him, remember, you know that vinegar spray that I told you about? So flies are a bit harder to get. Um, you really have to get something that's going to affect their nervous system. Flies, that's why they use really strong chemicals to catch them because them things are relentless. But I'm telling you, that vinegar slowed him down just enough for me to go, pat. Yep, it didn't kill him, but it slowed him down so you can catch them because they fast. So I'm telling you now, your vinegar spray that you got, yep, spray that fly with it. Because you ain't going to hurt nothing in the air and in your house. It's simple distilled vinegar, which cleans and does all that stuff. Just don't get it in your eyes. But you catch that fly with it, slows him down. Slowly affects the nervous system. But ants, oh yeah, the vinegar gets them. All right. So the Bug Zapper 1000. God's Desire says she got a couple of these. I have to get Miss Denise one, and I have to figure out. Well, I'll probably just get another one. I want to give it to my daughter, get her one. So let me see. So anyway, Bug Zapper 1000. That's another goodie. And so do I want to go here? Sorry. So I picked up some more herbs, y'all, and I do have those gray containers. I did catch them from Dollar General when they were closing here in this area. I seen Duval, City Girl Gardener. She had the gray containers and she was growing her peppers and they look amazing in there. So I got them. But with all the herbs and things, excuse me, that I just got, I don't have enough room, I don't think. And so in my beds, I'm going to put some more lettuce out there, more peppers and tomatoes out there. But I still got amazing herbs I picked up. I'm going to fill out the basil bowl and I want to get all my basil into that one basil bowl. It's so weird, but a lot of my thyme that's on the right side of my grill, the oregano on the right side of my grill, I didn't even cut them down all the way, and I thought they really was gonna come back. Now I see some coming in between, and I did see what's his name from Epic Gardening. He said while I watched him, he took his plant out that didn't look good. He took it out, broke up all of the soil, then he put it back with some and put the soil back in, but he refreshed the soil and put it back in. And I'm wondering if that will affect and allow it to come back, because that time, that oregano, like I harvested so much from it. And then the basil, like my basil bowl was beautiful last year. And I put some new basil in there, but I probably need to shake up the roots and stuff just to refresh it. So I'm gonna try that tomorrow. I'm gonna spend some time in the garden, as long as it is not still raining, y'all. It's still raining, um, storming over here. So I'm gonna check it out and see if I can get in there. I really want to get everything done. Oh yeah, Barb Brownlee. Yeah, God's desire said she she got them too. So yeah, I'm gonna get one for my daughter, one for Miss Denise, and then bing bam, I'm gonna get another one out there like I'm doing tennis. Cause when I be out there in my yard, there's so many bugs. It's those big, ugly beetle-looking bugs out there. They like brown. You like Japanese beetles or something like that. I don't know what they are. I don't like. They scare me. They look ugly, and I just want to zap them. I just want to zap them because I think listen, I'm about to turn into Serena Williams. I'm about to turn into Serena Williams. I'm telling you, I'm about to buy another one. Have one for the house. And remember how I talked about what's in my garden bag? I'm about to put this in my garden bag. Don't be copying me, y'all. Unless y'all just shout me out. Be like, shout out Robin. I just added this tennis racket to my garden bag. So that was that one. Okay, I got a couple more goodies for y'all. And I know y'all gonna hate me for this, all y'all that are not on the East Coast. This is, they had Philadelphia Eagles buckets. So what happened is, as I was saying, that I got all these extra plants. I got some lemongrass, I got some chives, some holy basil. I did get sweet potato. I finally got a sweet potato plant. We bought those potato plants and thought they were sweet potatoes, but they were not. They was some kind of potato plant. And I finally got some sweet potato plants. And I put some sweet potatoes out myself. But anyway, so I got a bunch of new plants, right? And already, all of them are already filled. My beds are already spoken for. I do have Flower Alley. They do have, I have a spot available, but see how my squash is growing down there? And I do plan on the watermelon seeds doing what they do out there. And so I'm hoping they do what they do. So I want to kind of keep it that way. The only thing I'm going to put down on Flower Alley is some more flowers. I actually put a pumpkin out there, two tomato plants, and 2 tomatoes and a pumpkin plant out there. So, and then all my squash, all my zucchini. I have some cucumbers coming up that look so nice, y'all. Oh, this is I have faith that this is gonna be a great cucumber year, and corn. This is my first time doing corn, so cucumber and corn. I'm telling you, I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. That this is gonna be a great year. So anyway, I was going to use these, right, for the cucumber. I mean, for the other plants that I bought, the herbs. But I said, wait a minute, it's almost football season. Why would I deface the Philadelphia Eagles pots? So now these are my grandkids' popcorn bowls. I'm going to put their name on it. I'm going to use some vinyl and put their name on it. And they will have their popcorn bowls as they watch our Philadelphia Eagles play. Now, my one grandson who lives in Philadelphia, whose dad is a big-time Philly fan, he a Miami Dolphins fan. But his team didn't do well last year. So I think he's coming over to the green side. So we'll see what happens. So this is going to be their popcorn bowls while we watching football. So I thought these were so great. $1.25, y'all. You know how much Wacky World would charge for these? Yeah. Not. So I decided that with them, all the new plants I bought, I'm going to use these. If you guys know, I have used baskets from Dollar Tree before, and I have my strawberries in it, and it's amazing. I've gotten so many strawberries, just strawberries after strawberries all season long, from them in these bowls, buckets that I get from Dollar Tree. I built it myself. I put some the one that had the holes in it. I put like a grow bag in it and put holes in that grow bag. And then of course holes in the bottom of the basket so that it can get it out. But um, it looks amazing, and so I have faith that I'm gonna be able to do the same thing with this. So this is those gallons. I don't know how many gallons this is. Let's say, but it was $1.25 if y'all want that label there. But I'm gonna put holes in it at the bottom, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm gonna put. I watched what's his name, growing out the box. He put holes up higher, so I'm gonna put holes up higher, and I may still put like 1 or 2 holes down the bottom. But I'm definitely gonna put here, but a couple, maybe 3 holes around here. But he had holes up higher, which I did like. He was making something, and he was putting holes in it for some of his plants. So I'm gonna do that and use this. I have some grow bags that I could put in here, some white grow bags that I got. Remember those grow sacks a couple years ago that I got? So I'll put them in here and then put the holes in it, of course, and allow it to, so it will, the bag with a hole in it will allow it to leak out, but it won't leak so much from this container. I'll be able to retain some water for the plant, because grow bags tend to dry out really, really fast. So I'm going to use this. I thought this was a great idea, and I got some nice big plants that I picked up, and I want to put these out there and add to the garden. Yeah, I definitely was going to make this a planter, but I am a diehard Eagles. So, all right. So number 5. So what I gave you. I gave you a lavender, lemongrass, chamomile. I gave you moringa as a bonus, and then catnip. So number 5 is mullein. Bet you didn't know that. Was you expecting that? Mullein. Mullein helps with insomnia. Mullein helps with upper respiratory, insomnia. It is antispasmodic, so it helps to relieve pain. So some of us that have a hard time sleeping because we're in pain, mullein can help you get some rest, some nice rest, because it will relieve some pain. It relieves cramping, toothaches, things that keep us up all night, migraines, things like that, sore throats, asthma, um, coughing spasms, migraines, asthma, sore throats, cramping and pain and toothaches. Those things, y'all know toothaches can keep you up at night, baby. You better get you some neem. Add that neem to your toothpaste. Every time you go to brush your teeth, you add some neem oil or the neem powder. Put it in. Get your toothpaste. Put it in a glass jar. Put that neem powder in there or neem oil in there and mix it around. And then make sure you're the only toothbrush that's going in and out of there. I always wash my toothbrush vigorously after I use it. But you make sure you're the only toothbrush that's going in there. But you can use that neem in your toothpaste. There's another bonus for you. I was talking about toothache because mullein helps with toothache. But mullein is really good for insomnia. A lot of people do not know that, but mullein is great for insomnia, helping to relax the body, to reduce stress, pain, stress associated with pain. Normally, that pain keeps us up at night, so it's going to help with that. Okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And I've seen a lot of people have mullein, but knowing some other benefits that it can provide, I feel like is great, because a lot of times we just think of it as, oh, mullein helps us with colds and coughs and flu and things like that, but it also helps with some minor relief of pain, toothaches, things like that. So, and to help you get some restful sleep. get you that beauty sleep you need. Okay, helps to reduce some of the pain that's associated with keeping you up at night. All right, as long as it is not chronic. If you are experiencing pain and it has been going on for longer than 10 days, guys, you really need to seek a practitioner or additional help. Okay, should not have come unless it's already a condition that you've been diagnosed for and you are already being treated for it. Okay, but mullein. How many of you were expecting mullein? How many of you knew mullein helped with insomnia? I'd like to see that. How many of you knew mullein helped with insomnia? How many? How many? Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. I appreciate you. If this is your first time on my channel, please make sure you subscribe. I couldn't have gotten this far on this channel without you guys, and I still need your help to keep on going. So hit the like button. Leave me a heart. Leave me a comment. Let me know you like the content, because I wouldn't be here if I weren't for you guys. All right. So let's see what we got next. So 3 things left. I'm saving the best for last. So as you know, I'm always working on my garden, because I always try to draw out my garden how I want it to look. Don't always turn out that way. Like last year, I had this amazing plan I was gonna look. I was doing the moon garden, and yes, it was beautiful in the moonlight. It just all my white white flowers didn't come up like they should, and it just didn't come out the way I wanted it. But I mean, the roses were amazing. I had some amazing roses. So now that I think about it, only 1 white rose came back. I didn't get any roses on the other plant. I've gotten pink, kind of like an orangish rose. No red ones came up. No, I get pink and white. I got 2 different kinds of pinks. I got a pink and white, but no red and no all white came up this year. Anyway, so, and I mean, the plant is still there. It's still, I don't know if I missed it when they bloomed or what. I tried to, once the flowers completely open and I've got a chance to see their beauty, I'll pull them, because I love making rose water and rose oil. I keeps the rose water on my face. It's one thing that I spray. I have a bottle of it that I even keep in my car, because it gets really, really hot. And I don't like to put a lot of stuff on my face. So I keep a bottle of that rose water. Get you some rose water and put it in your car. Bam. You hot sweating or you're hot, it's really hot outside, spray with that rose water, distilled water and rose petals. Boil it, bring to a boil and allow it to sit. And then you got your own natural skin skin enhancer, cleanse your skins, open up pores, balances your the oils in your face, like the amazing bit of acne, lines and wrinkles. It helps to get rid of all of that stuff. So having rose water is amazing. So put some of that rose water in your car. But next up, I believe that's me. I found these, y'all. What I did is this was the plan. I'm gonna tell you how my garden don't always work out the way I want it to. So I had those over the door racks from Dollar Tree, and you know, the herbs that I had planned on growing in the cups for the herb garden challenge. Well, once they started growing, I was gonna have them hanging and put a hole in them and hang them on the over the door rack, because it's like 6 of those hoops that you get from Dollar Tree, or 5, and put them there, and they would grow from there. And from there, I could transplant them into the soil or to the raised beds and start the process all over again like that. That didn't work out. I have to redo those seeds all over again. So what I'm going to do is put these solar lights there. They have little hooks on them that you hang them. So I got 2 of those Dollar Tree over the door racks out there. And so I may not have, these amazing lights in my garden, But I have these racks hanging on the fence in my garden, and then I'll have lights. So I'll put 2 lights on each of them. So I thought this was super cool. And they have a little hook. Look. Isn't that nice? I love having the lights in the garden. Like, I just think it looks so amazing. But so I picked up 4 of these, and this actually has has a hanging hook thing for you to hang it, but it's gonna just hang right off of that hook from that over the door rack. I thought this was super cool. So if anybody's looking for lights for their garden, this is a great idea. Listen, we all can make our garden beautiful and amazing and affordable. So, thank you. Like, I thought it was super cool. Oh, this stuff. Okay. I don't know why it won't go back in here. I'm fighting with them. Put this thing back in the box. Alright, so I picked up 4 of these. 3. See that? You can see how it hangs. It has that little hook that come with it. But I want to hang it. So you can hang it like that in your garden. I just always feel like it's going to waver over. We've had lots and lots of wind. So I got 4 of those. And I'm going to hang it on here. And I'll come back and show you guys what it looked like. Of course. That way you have an idea of what vision I had. And then next up, before we get to our last herb for tonight, is I found that this is just some goodies, y'all. Like some serious goodies that I found. And the only thing I think of is making amazing tea. Now, no, this one is not glass. I do have 2 glass ones. I have 2 glass ones. But I make a cucumber water. And I thought this was so amazing. I have a beautiful picture, a filtered picture that I do have for my water in the fridge. I thought this was so nice to have. Like, sitting out, if I'm sitting out on my back porch, like looking out at the garden, got like a little pitcher, and I can make some fresh water or lemonade out there. Remember we made the sun tea last year, guys? We had the sun tea challenge. I may do that again. So many people were doing it last year, but it's like, hey, it is what it is. It's all of us can do it. There's no saying that just one person can do it, but I'll think about it. Maybe we'll do it for July, since that everybody should have good weather by then. We'll do like a sun tea challenge again. I had so much fun making that last year. You guys made it with me if you were here last year. But spell check again. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So this is a little picture, and it was only $5, y'all. Look at that. 1 gallon. Let's say 2 gallons. 2 gallons. This is big. So a 2 gallon, and it comes with the little spout inside. See that? At Dollar Tree. I couldn't believe it. Like, I thought this was awesome. I am big on making some tea, y'all, or some lemon water, cucumber water. Y'all, that's me. And y'all know I did it, because we did lemonade, we did sun tea. Maybe we'll do a lemonade challenge with that well, you know, it's the tea. Yeah, we'll have to do that again. That was fun, doing the sun tea challenge. How many of y'all want to do the sun tea challenge? I haven't heard anybody talk about it yet. Because everybody act like everybody can't all do it together, or, you know, one at a time. But maybe I'm just not in the YouTube streets enough. But it'll be nice. Anybody down to do the sun tea challenge? So we're gonna talk about our last herb, and y'all should know what that is. Y'all should know what it is. So this one is not just known because for insomnia. It is a dandelion tea challenge, or are you saying the last herb? It's not my favorite dandelion. No, this one, the reason why I picked this one last because it's more than the fact that it helps with sleep, but because of it helps with the benefit of sleep. It is mugwort. Mugwort. I was laughing because somebody didn't believe me. I was telling them how they got mugwort clubs, like mugwort clubs of people who like herbalists love mugwort, y'all. They treat it like it is Mary Jane, like no lie. Oh, you planted mugwort this year? I foraged mugwort. Like this is the perfect time before it dies back. Like this is the perfect time to get mugwort. I find mugwort, listen, literally just freely everywhere. But it's nice that you're growing it. But mugwort, because of its ability to help you dream and to help you remember your dreams. A lot of times our sleep is interrupted because we're not fully getting sleep like we should. Sleep could be interrupted by pain, it could be interrupted by stress or anxiety and stuff, but mugwort helps to relax the body, to help you dream and help you to remember your dreams. People have a hard time remembering their dreams. It is a mood enhancer. It really, so you shouldn't be doing anything if you're using mugwort. If you're using mugwort, use it, and you're using it for sleep, then you shouldn't be operating equipment, driving a car, things of that nature, because of its tendency to have a very strong potency. Okay. A lot of people use the mugwort oil, but mugwort also helps the body. It Mugwort is also anti-parasitic, which is a very good thing. A lot of us, I don't know if you guys been seeing the videos that's been going around about the young man who was eating sushi and stuff live, and there was a worm hanging off the end of the sushi. Obviously, they didn't clean it enough. Um, so people started telling him, you need to take anti-parasitic stuff, black seed oil, different things like that, papaya seeds, and all of that stuff that help. They all help you with to get parasites out of the body. But mugwort also helps to remove tapeworms, things like that. All of us have parasites in us. That's just, it just naturally comes from our food. I was talking to my sister last night, and I was saying to her, I was telling her about the video, I was seeing it. She said, sister, because my sister's a chef as well. She's a nurse and she's a chef. So she said that Robin, whenever we would do food to from the sea to table, we would get fish straight from the ocean, and we always had to clean it. They all had worms in them. She was like, so she said, so I said to her, I said, well, what about the fish that we buy in the grocery store? She said, oh, so that fish has already been cleaned. It should have already been cleaned. It should have already been dewormed and all of that stuff taken out of it. That the process of them, getting the fish and cleaning it and then freezing it, freeze drying it and stuff like that. She said that, but she said whenever they would get it fresh from the sea, they always had to pick out the worms and things like that. And he said, so you're not grossed out by that? But she's a chef, so she sees that stuff all the time. And of course, I was grossed out, but yeah. Man, I'm telling you, mugwort grows And people don't realize how beneficial it is. It really is beneficial. I'm not going to go into the millions of things that it can do and help with the body, but it is a great herb. It really is. I forage it. Every chance I get for this season, I will go out and I will forage it because it is good. It does help with people with sleep. But in addition to that, it helps with those amazing things for the body, eliminating tapeworms and all of that stuff. Um, it also helps with digestive issues. Uh, so it is a diuretic, of course. Let me see. Let me see. I don't want to go too far into that. Um, it helps with your endocrine system. And that's a really good thing. A lot of us don't think about our endocrine system, but all of those glands and stuff, it helps with that. Um, again, one of the biggest things is if you're pregnant, you should not be taking it. If you are already on narcotic medication or like depression drugs and things like that, you should not be using mugwort. If you're on antidepressants, narcotics, things of that nature, you should not be using mugwort. You do not want to have those interact. If you are pregnant, you should not be using mugwort. This is not just a maybe. You should not be using mugwort if you're pregnant. Okay. Um, let me see. What else? What else? What else? So that was it. That was the last one. And my last goodie to show y'all. Let's see. Y'all gonna love this one. Where you at, Mona? You gonna like this. I've been holding this. I had got this for you guys to show y'all last week. As Jane Doe and Mona be talking trash, I was not here last week. But I saved it for you guys to show you. I'm so in love. And you know, I just thought about it. I am missing the saucer to my teacup. This is a teacup that I take everywhere. I'm going to show it to you guys, but I'm missing the glass dish that go on the bottom of it. Like, where is... I bet you I left it. Hey, listen. Look, y'all. Look at my new teacup. Is this not the best? Look at that, Mona. Look. Look at that. Jane Doe, look. This is all y'all missed from last week. This one. Oh my gosh. Not even that. Oh my gosh, Becky. Look at her teacup. Look at that. That is not the cutest. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this is so fun. So I will be using this. It'll be hard to leave this bottom. So that is my top 6 herbs to help with sleep. We had lavender, we had lemongrass, we had catnip, chamomile, we had mullein, and then we had mugwort. And mugwort only because its ability to help you dream and sleep deeply and remember your dreams. So that's what mugwort helps to do in addition to its other benefits. But every herb that I gave to you, I told you the ones that were generally safe, but you want to always do your due diligence. I know Jane Doe put it in the chat, the disclaimer. I work with herbs. I know how to use them. And you can do the same thing too. You know, you can study herbs for yourself and understand how they work with your body, how they work with you, which ones are good for you, which ones are not. And more than anything that I want you to take away from here is that you don't have to always resort to medications like the sleep no-dose and things like that, because those things have other could have side effects. So I'm giving you herbs that you can use naturally that can help you achieve the same result without having a chemical side effect. Okay, but as with anything, you do your due diligence and your research on it so that you make the best decision for yourself based on your own medical condition. Okay, so this is my teacup that I use every week, y'all. This is my teacup, and it's just a spoon that goes to it. It's pretty and match the cup, y'all. So there is a saucer that go on the bottom, and I'm telling you, I left it at the senior center because I normally carry it with me in my crochet bag because I use this cup every day, and it looks like a flower planter. It's so cute. Yeah, y'all. I can tell this is well loved because Lord, isn't that pretty? This is my favorite one. And now I have two. This is so cute. I think when I do vending events, so I teach people about tea and herbs and things like that. So I think I have these pink cups that I make it in before I pour it into a paper cup for them uh, to drink. So I think I'm gonna get a couple of these, and I'll use these to make the tea and to infuse the tea first before I pour it into a cup that they can take away. But look at that, y'all. Isn't it cute? And this is my favorite one. I don't know. This will make it mad because this is probably gonna become my new favorite one. But it just don't hold as much tea. She said it's too cute. I use it. Wait, which one? You got this one, the gold one, or this one? Cause it literally really is like super duper cute, and I'll be sitting there watching like a hawk. Ask me how the saucer got away from it. I do not know. I think I know that I wrapped it. I wrapped them all. I always wrap it, y'all. I wrap it so that it does not break. I wrap the spoon. I wrap the lid separate, and then I wrap the cup that way. So see, like I always wrap it. So it is protected, and then I will sit it on here like this to keep it, from clinging and breaking. Like I don't blame her. Like it is super super cute. Guys, you have been the best as always. Anybody that's watching in the bushes, anybody that joined me live and in the chat, you guys are amazing and always so much fun to be here with you. I will next week. I had something fun too. Trying to think what the topic was for next week. Maybe I'll do the what's in my garden bag. I don't know. We'll do some nighttime tea and chat. We'll make some tea. Again tonight, I am drinking lemongrass and holy basil tea. I cut the holy basil off. I used the little before it started, the little blooms that started. I used that. I took them off the top because I just bought this basil, and I didn't want it to start making the flowers and stuff. I wanted to keep bushing and giving me basil. So popped off all the tops, washed them really good. Put it in an infused bag along with some lemongrass. I cut lemongrass off my lemongrass plant. Again, cleaned it really good. Put them in the infused bag and made me some tea. And it should help me to sleep good tonight. So like the mullein, the lemongrass, the basil is going to help with upper respiratory issues. I don't have any right now. And that's a good thing because you don't want to have any. You want to be proactive. You want to be taking things that's going to help you to get your beauty rest. The flower one? Oh, yeah. Yeah. And God's desire, I went back to go buy more. They were gone. Like, gone. Ghosts, like they never even existed. Now they got some strawberry ones. Yeah, strawberries. It's not like that one though. So I'm gonna go back. I want to go back and get like 3 more of these. I'm gonna go get 3 more of these. And these weren't expensive either, guys. You wanna know how much this one was? $7. I mean, I guess it's because it's tiny, but it is so adorable. So I want to go and get 2 or 3 more of these. And can't you see, you sit it on the table and you pour the tea, pour tea, pour tea, pour tea, and you make the different versions of tea what people need. But that's that. Any questions? Yeah, that price is amazing. Oh, you got lemon balm. Did I buy lemon balm? No. What did they have? Lemon balls, something like that. I was like, is this supposed? Is the? I thought it was a misspelling. I thought they meant to put lemon balm, and they wrote like lemon balls. I don't know. I never even heard of a lemon balls plant, but she said it wasn't a misspelling, so it wasn't lemon balm. I was trying to buy it, but I have. I think I have lemon balm already. Yeah, I do have lemon balm. I have lemon balm and it's hyssop, and they are growing profusely. My orange mint, my apple mint, the pineapple sage looks great. Like, so many of them out there look really, really good. I really need to harvest, to be honest with you. I have not harvested them, any of the mint, and I'm telling you, at one point I missed the chocolate mint. It was so big and beautiful, and I missed it, and then some of it had died back, and I hate when they do it because I like to cut it, and I'm telling you, it just comes back even better and bigger. So I'm going to do what he did from Epic Gardening, and I'm going to break up some of those soils. He said, don't be afraid. He said the plants are not as sensitive as we think they are. We can break up some of those roots, he said, because they're just going to form new plants, those runners that are in the mint plant. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then if you have sage and things like that, they're in that same family, so you can do that. If you see it dying back, you gotta see a couple plants in between it. Yep, check the soil and make sure it's the roots haven't congested itself. You know, being in like a pot, because you know mint, you have to put it in a pot. Otherwise, it's everywhere. Any other questions, my loves? I thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out my other videos. I have some amazing videos in which I share some great information on different herbs and things like that. Make sure you go check it out. And if you have an idea of something you want me to go over, like I told you, I'm going to do my research on the passion flower. I know it's great for the garden, but I want to do my research on it as far as it being a herb. It is a herb, and it is a well-loved herb by lots of herbalists. I want to do my own deep dive into it as well. I do take information from others. I have tons and tons of books on herbs, and I'm trying to think if I'm going to buy a bookshelf. Um, I have to keep my books here with me because they're easy within reach for me. I do my best research. Y'all, I have my books laid out on my bed. Whether I'm researching gardening, researching whatever, I'm going through books and books and books and books of things. I'm going through my notes from all of the classes and things that I've taken on herbalism and herbs and things like that, on anatomy, physiology, just um, just my research. I'm constantly here, um, looking things up and researching, for getting you guys the best information. I don't want to say that I know a lot. There's so much that I don't know. There's so many herbs that I have not worked with. Right now, I'm finishing up a class that's just on herbs, and I'm telling you, there's over 100 of them that is part of the curriculum that you have to know. And I'm just going through them, y'all. Sometimes I just push a button. Next herb, next herb, next herb. But I like to get as much information as possible so that I can give you the best information as possible. Okay? But I thank you so much for your time, guys. Don't let nobody disturb your peace. All right. You know, I always tell you, I wish you peace and I wish you joy and happiness in those moments that you can steal from your day. But you know what, y'all? Get you a cup of tea. Get you a cup of tea. I encourage you to wind your night down with a tea. That's why I call this the nighttime tea, because you're spending your night with me, and I want to give you the best information that you could have, and also just a little, just some tea time. You know what I mean? Just like information and fun and little moments. You know that you can wind down to. Like that's what this night is for. That's what Thursdays is for. And I do miss you guys when I miss my night. So I thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Some sometimes it gets hectic and I have to skip a day. But I'm back. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere unless God take me away. Um, but I thank you so much for being on this journey with me and me being able to share with you guys my journey, and especially into this herbalism. It is what I love. Uh, I am learning so much, and I am not a gatekeeper. I do not mind sharing it with you guys. I've never been that type of person, um, that someone once helped me, and I don't mind returning the favor to others. So stay tuned for the community garden, right? I want to give you an update of that. Stay tuned for my garden. She is on a roll in that garden. I tell you, one of my greenhouses, the roof caved in. It trying to decide if I'm going to buy another one. The funny thing is, the roof caved in on that one, but the shelves are great. The roof didn't cave in on the other one, but the shelves started bending in. So I have to decide what I'm going to do. I seen these nice tunnels that you could put in your garden, like tunnels. So if I get one tunnel on each side, but we'll see what happened. We'll see what happened. But God is still good all the time. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again. Love you so much for being here with me. Find joy, happiness, whatever can bring you peace. Let no one disturb your peace, okay? And drink a little tea to that peace, okay? Drink a little tea. And don't forget to get some sleep and some beauty rest, all right? It's going to make you beautiful, even more beautiful than you already are. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you. I'll see y'all in these YouTube streets.